Hey everybody, I'm finally getting to the second requested video from This Music in My Head. I am very sorry that this is so late, but originally I didn't know what I wanted to really talk about in this video because, it's been a long time since I was a freshman in high school, although freshman in college is kind of similar, but I kind of felt that I needed to think about it, and once I really started writing things down, I don't know if you can see that, but once I really started writing things down, it all kind of just came to me out of nowhere. So hopefully this helps you and all this upcoming precious little freshmen. I'm sorry. I'm so proud. Anyway, number one. The number one thing that I really want you to kind of, and these are in really no particular order, I was just writing them all down, but don't be nervous. High school is high school. Before you know it, you're going to be out of there in no time. Trust me. And someone is going to tell you that, and you'll probably be like, sure, really? I just got here. It's not going by fast enough. But I remember being in my school auditorium, and the senior class president, she was saying something like, along the lines of, okay, guys, I know that you're a freshman and everything, but don't worry, it's going to go by sooner. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, right. Next thing I know, right now, I am going to be a sophomore in college. So yes. It'll go by quickly. Don't be nervous. Come on, it's just high school. There's really nothing to worry about. Number two, if you go to a big high school, or technically with your high school in general, especially for the bigger ones, you should be provided with a map of the high school if you've never been in there before. But if not, then ask somebody if they have a map. Don't be embarrassed if you ever accidentally walk into the wrong classroom and they call roll and you realize that, oh, you're not my teacher. It happens to more people than you think, so don't be embarrassed. It may even happen when you're a sophomore if you haven't been to a certain part of the school, and it may just happen. So just laugh it off, walk out, and go to your correct classroom. Another important thing I really want you to remember is that they say junior year is going to be your biggest, most important year because that's when you really get into applying for colleges, and you can apply for colleges your senior year too, but that's when they really want you to kind of prepare and get ready. And then you also take the ACT, the SAT. I never took the ACT. I took the SAT twice. But freshman year, start off right. Go for it. There's nothing wrong with getting good grades. There's nothing wrong with excelling in high school. Don't let anyone tell you that you're just being a nerd or anything because they're just jelly. Don't start slacking off or anything at the beginning. Start off right just to get the ball rolling so that you can feel like, okay, I finished freshman year on a very strong note. Now off to sophomore year. Also, find out what kind of I know that you've been in school for quite a while now, especially since you're going to be a freshman, but if your study habits weren't that good back when you were in like middle school or even junior high, find the study techniques that really work for you. Some people prefer flashcards. I know that was me a couple years ago. Some people prefer to write everything out and study it that way, or some people like to type everything up on the computer, or at least I know that's how they do it in college. And then, what's the other way? Then there are those lucky ones who can just read anything and pretty much remember it from memory. Lucky. This one, when I thought about it, I was just laughing like crazy because I remember doing this in high school and even before high school. Don't be afraid to ask questions. That's what the professors, or in this case teachers, see, college kid, or excuse me, college woman speaking. But anyways, don't be afraid to ask questions. I know that some teachers kind of scare you into not asking questions, but that's their job. That's what they're there for, so go for it. I remember being in some of my harder courses in high school. Everybody in the class would be confused, and we would all be, oh dear, and we would all be looking at each other like, what is this woman, or in other cases man, what is this person talking about? And nobody would ask a question. That is how horrible we were. But we made it out of there. We did. But you still need to ask questions. These next two, I mean, it varies. I wasn't very good at it in high school. I've gotten better at it now that I'm older, but staying organized and also being, like, just staying on top of your work in general. Don't procrastinate. At least you shouldn't procrastinate, although we all do it. So, when it comes to staying organized and not really procrastinating, I hate saying this, but it's really up to you what you do. I don't procrastinate as much as I used to in high school anymore because in college, for example, I would have a paper due on a Thursday and I would literally have it done Monday, like just a few days beforehand, so I could even go over it again and make adjustments, and I won't be freaking out trying to type the entire thing on Wednesday night. So I've gotten better at not procrastinating. Organization I still need to work on a little bit, but I'm getting there. I am, I promise you. These next couple things they're geared towards everyone in general, but since you're fresh, get it, freshmen, anyway, since you're new to the whole high school experience, I do say these last couple things, and I really want you to think about it, and I really want you to kind of take what I'm saying and kind of run with it. You don't have to listen to me at all. Hey, you can just click out of the video. I want you to try and have a different variety of friends. You know how in schools you have the cliques and you have the preppy people over here, you have the band geeks over here, you may have the athletes over there. But I'm the type of person where I had friends who were athletes. I had friends who were emo, gothic, or I'm sorry about saying all these labels, but I really want you to get what I'm talking about. I'm a band geek in general, so of course my friends were the band geeks. And I also had friends who would play with the Pokemon cards in the library. I mean, I had friends everywhere. And it was really nice to be able to kind of walk outside of a clique, which I was never ever a part of a clique. I just had groups of friends from all different categories, and whenever I'd walk down the hall, I'd say, hey, what's up, how are you? And it would be nice. But then again, you also see those people who hang out with the same people, and you're like, that's just so boring. I like hanging out with different people. So my advice to you is to really just kind of get to know others and don't judge them by their outward appearance. Really get to know them, really get to talk to them. You'll be surprised what you can find out and the similarities you two both share. Next, join different clubs. Do something different. Do something that interests you. You're going to meet new people and you're going to get the chance to even try something out that's different. Like, I was in sign language club, I was in ecology club, we would plant things around the school. What else was I in? National Honor Society, Beta Club, Young Authors Club, and I was president of the SAD Club, which stands for Students Against Destructive Decisions. 2 years in a row I was president. Was I in anything else? I was in band things and music-related clubs, so yeah, I did a lot. In case you're like, dang girl, you did all that? Yes, I did. Alright. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, dress appropriately. Ladies, you're not even really, do you guys, at your schools in general, do y'all do the dollar test? Where they stick $1, I mean, I've never had it done to me, but if a girl comes to school with shorts or a skirt that's too high up, they take the $1 and they measure it, and if it doesn't reach, the middle of your knee, if the end of the $1 doesn't reach the middle of your knee or something like that, then you have to call a parent and have them bring like a change of clothes for you. Just don't get caught in that situation. One, you're wasting valuable class time, which if it's a class you don't like, you probably don't care. But just don't go to in anything you know. Ladies, keep it covered. This shirt's cute to me. You can keep it nice and simple and still look very lovely. Gentlemen, those of y'all who sag, I've never understood that style to begin with, and I can't tell you how many times a guy would be walking by me, walking by my desk. I am doing my homework, being a good student. Next thing I know, he bends over and I see one of the 3 B's: booty, briefs, or boxers. And in some cases, tidy whities. It is not pretty. It is not cute. I have told guys, pull your daggone pants up. No one wants to see that mess. And then, if you're not wearing a belt, oh, that's also what gets me. If you're wearing a belt, there are some guys who would be sagging and they don't wear a belt. Okay, then there are the ones who, and it's funny when the teachers ask, because you're looking at the teacher's facial expression when they realize they are wearing a belt and they're sagging. They're like, oh my God. But I'm guessing, I don't know if all high schools do this, but I'm not really pretty sure, but I do know they get sent to the office and get some rope and tie it. I'm sorry, but just for me, guys, I don't want to see any of that. Pull it up. Be respectful. I don't understand why you have to buy pants that are so big for you anyway. Just saying. And lastly, I know I can probably go on and on about this, but this is the last thing I really, really want to get at. As a freshman, and I beg you, please do not give in to peer pressure. I was never the one to give in to peer pressure. I'm still not, and I'm in college. Do the math. But if someone is trying to convince you to smoke and you don't smoke, drink when you really shouldn't be, or have sex, well, look at our world now, and you're not comfortable with any of that, you don't have to do it. There is no high school law that says that you have to do things that other students want you to do. It's your life. It's your health. You control it, and you take care of yourself the way you feel that you should. I don't even like smoke in general. I don't have asthma, but cigarette smoke affects me in the way where I really have a hard time breathing. And it makes me really upset too, because I even went to school, of course, with people who did smoke, and even if they didn't smoke, if their parents did, they'd come to school with their clothes smelling like cigarette smoke, and it's like, I can't be around you for too long, or I'm going to have really bad breathing problems. And then, so it's really hard, especially for those who, like I say, come from a family of smokers and they don't even smoke themselves. And it's just really hard to be around them. And they're like the sweetest people, so yeah. But basically, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about being freshmen and everything like that. If I ever come up with anything else in this video, the title of it will change. I could make this a part 1 and then do a part 2 later if I come up with something else, but I'm really just not sure right now. Everybody have a wonderful day. I hope you found this video helpful, so take care. Bye.